Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina and today is going to be my Pan That palette for 2023. We're going to do the update. So I don't have much to say at the beginning of this video. Let's just get into the shadows. So this is only a 6-pan palette, so I'm just going to go in order. This will be a very quick update, but there's not as much progress this month, which is why it's going to be quick as well. I didn't end up using this as much as I have previously, and I don't really know why. I feel like this month went by really fast. I have no explanation. Yeah, I just realized, how are we halfway through June? Time. So the first shade is red up here, and I did end up using this one twice, so I did end up using it a little bit, but not enough to obviously do anything to make progress. And again, I've said this in basically the last 2 to 3 updates now, I've been using it as a blush, so that's the way I'm using it. Also, if you see gouge marks in these eyeshadows, it's the kiddo, it's not me. I'm not trying to cheat. So if you're like, what did you do to your palette? That's what happened. They're pretty colors. She wants to play in them. So this one has a little bit of it has a little bit of wear on it, but nothing substantial yet. Thank goodness these pans are shallow. I am really debating on taking the 2 reds and making a Franken blush, because one of my other Franken blushes is almost done now. But let me know, do you guys consider that cheating, or would you consider that okay? I think y'all, I am almost 100% everyone will say it's okay, but you know, I just like to ask the masses. Those 2 I'll probably put into a Franken blush soon, because I think they'll make a really pretty late summer into winter blush, and it's an easier way for me to use them. I'm not enjoying them on my eyes quite as much. Moving on to the second one, which is Bad Wolf. I didn't use this one at all over the last month, which is really bad. I was really consistently using it to smoke out my liner, but over the last month I didn't do that like at all, so not good at all on that one. I need to get back into it and make more progress. Luckily these are already pan, and like I said, these are super shallow, so as long as I keep using it, I can probably get away with it. I also found that if I mix it like with a different palette, like I've been using the Naked Honey a lot lately, if I mix it, especially with like the white shade right here, if I mix those 2 together, it makes a really pretty light gray, which looks better on my skin tone. The shadow on its own all over my lids can kind of make me look a little sickly, so mixing it works a lot better for me. So just need to get back into doing that. Again, definitely something I'll probably be more interested in winter, which I know we technically kind of got out of winter, but you guys know I'm moving this year, and I'm actually going to move somewhere that gets snow. We think. Fingers crossed, actually. I've been living in climates that are hot for the last 5 years. I would love some snow, or at least colder weather. So fingers crossed that's what we get. We'll find out soon. I'll let you guys know. Also, segue, random question. Would you guys be interested in the moving vlogs again? I do it basically every military move, but I don't know if you'll have seen it now. It's not too much different, but we do have a kid this time, so maybe a little different. Out of segue. Moving on to the second row is a Basket, which is the dark brown. This one I use a ton as an outer V darkening shade, and like I said, I've been using the Naked Honey and these 2 together like almost exclusively now for 2 months. The formula of this Naked palette I think is one of the better ones, and their tones I like. I know a lot of people find this palette kind of boring, but like it's everything I need to make a generic eye look. This is basically all I've been using. I use this one, and I use Basket to deepen it up. Basket I ended up using 8 times over the last month, so pretty good. Like I said, the month went by really fast, so it's probably almost as many times as I was wearing eyeshadow. I'm not even wearing eyeshadow today, and I'm filming. I know. I just have bronzer on my lids because I was like, oh, I'll put something on. Moving on to the next one, Peril. I used this one 5 times actually over the last month, which is surprising. It also has a lot of wear on it because the kiddo thinks this one's pretty. But otherwise, I mean, 5 uses for that is good. I've already basically talked about it. I will probably Franken these 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. The next one is Journey, which is like the peachy shade. I love this as an all over lid shade. I used this one 6 times over the last month, and it's slowly but surely, I feel like I hit pan and then it's just like the slowest little bit kind of going. I've been trying to focus more on the outside as well because it's really high pan, because I would love for it all to be really thin. Feels a little cheaty, but I know if it all gets really thin, when I use it, it'll crumble faster because it's not going to have as good of integrity. But I think also I don't like it being too domed, because I'm like, I want it to be more flush. So I'm working on it, but 6 times on that one. And then the last shade is Woods, which is a lighter like mid-tone warm brown, and I use this one a lot as well. These two I use as all overload colors all the time, and they're really nice. This one I used 7 times over the last month, so that's pretty consistent with all of the shades that I do typically use. So it was probably the only times I did eyeshadow. Like 1 week worth of eyeshadow in a month. It's funny how that goes. But I think this one's the same as Journey. I think they're both slowly expanding, but probably nothing too extraordinary. You guys will have a better idea of that because I haven't seen the close-up pictures yet. But I feel like they're probably very minimal movement on those, especially after such a limited amount of use. I feel like you can't really see a major difference unless you do like 10 or more uses on an eyeshadow. So probably very minimal. I did use it, but again, like I said, last month was a slower month as far as use, really quick month as far as time though. But that, guys, is today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm actually going to be away for the weekend. It won't affect uploads. I upload like twice a week as it is, when I can anyways, but I'm going to the beach for the weekend, so I hope all of you guys are having a lovely weekend as well. Let me know what your weekend plans are down below, and I will see you guys next week. Remember, there's always magic to be found, and hopefully that means I see you in my next video. I forgot my intro apparently. Bye!
Alright, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. Side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic.